The Boys and Girls Club of Truckee Meadows will not need to cut down operations after the federal government released funding package that is previously withheld from the nonprofit, but it's not totally out of the woods just yet. News 4's Sophie Lincoln has more on the story.
The Boys and Girls Club of Truckee Meadows has been thrown a temporary life raft after scrambling these last 2 weeks due to federal funding uncertainty. On Friday, the nonprofit learned that it will, in fact, receive a federal funding package that the government previously said it would withhold despite having already been approved by Congress. The funding will go toward after-school and out-of-school time programming.
For the last 2 weeks, we've been under the impression that money was not going to be released, and that did cause some undue stress for everybody as we were trying to figure out how we were going to be able to maintain those programs or if we were going to have to close programs.
This latest knowledge that the organization will receive its funding is, of course, great news for the Boys and Girls Club of Truckee Meadows. However, officials say this is a temporary solution to a longer-term problem.
We've been asking for this funding to stay alive for years. This was the first year that it was actually going to be pulled off the table.
The Boys and Girls Club of Western Nevada, another local chapter, told me it wasn't as impacted by the federal government's actions as the Truckee Meadows chapter was, but that it is a slippery slope and it too is working to be more independent from the government. In an email statement, Director of Marketing and Communications for the Carson City-based nonprofit, Caitlin Panucci, wrote in part, quote, "These funding cuts shift the burden onto other funders, tightening competition and reducing the number of grant opportunities for nonprofit organizations across the nation," end quote. Reporting in Reno, Sophie Lincoln.